Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fallout 4 Mod Showcase, Episode 7. To kick off this episode, I just have one thing that I want to say. Bethesda Game Studios, Creation Kit, now. Please. That is all. Now that that's out of the way, let's take a look at some awesome mods that I discovered this week. The first mod that I want to take a look at this week, or mods rather, I should say, is a pair of weapon mods by FF7 Cloud Strife. The first one is the AK-2047 rifle, and this is a really fantastic rifle. I really like it a lot. The model and texture are absolutely fabulous to start off with. I really like the attention to detail on the wood of the stock. It's got some little scuff marks and scratches on it, which look really nice indeed. And one of the other great things about the AK-2047 is that it can be modded in just a ton of different ways, which is really great. You can add several different receivers that change how much damage it does, or you can turn it into fully automatic or keep it as the semi-automatic, which is how it comes originally. You can also add several barrels. You can have shorter barrels or longer barrels, which are pretty cool. And you can even add um, a recoil compensating stock, which is pretty cool. It can also be suppressed even, and there's several different scopes that you can add to it as well. And the next one that I'm taking a look at is his M9 pistol, which, again, is just a fantastic model and a fantastic texture on this. It even comes with its own custom reload animation, which I thought was pretty cool. And it even comes with one of those little flavor animations when you pull the gun out from, rest. Your character pulls back on the slide and puts a bullet in it, which that's also pretty cool. The M9, as far as modifications, when you first get it, which, by the way, these two weapons as of right now can only be added by the console. They're not included in any leveled lists or anything like that, and they can't be crafted. But when you first get the M9 pistol, it comes as a suppressed version, but you can take that to a weapons crafting bench and remove that and make it non-silenced. All in all, these weapons are really fantastic. They're really nice standalone weapons to add to your game. They look great, and they're very functional too, which is always a plus. The next mod I want to feature is Deathclaws Remastered by Dachindae. And this mod does exactly what you might expect. It remasters the Deathclaws. And let me tell you right now, if you weren't absolutely, utterly afraid of the Deathclaws before you installed this mod, you will be now, or otherwise you seriously have issues, man. I freaking love the textures with this mod. I think they are absolutely beautiful. They are all in 4K resolution, which is great. I mean, you can get right up next to this things. I don't know why you would get right up next to a Deathclaw, but you know, maybe it's killing you and you're very close to it. But I digress. You can get super, super close, and the textures are still amazingly detailed. I love them. But I think some of the color choices that the mod author decided to go with this mod are really what make it great. Like on the standard Deathclaw, how it has the red bits on the back spines and stuff. It looks really, really awesome. And the eyes, all of the eye textures are so much more menacing. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, guys, in all seriousness, when I was filming this and I was doing some of the close up shots of these death claws, I was sweating bullets. Literally, I was so terrified just because the textures are so much better and so much more realistic. I really love the color on the albino Deathclaw. It is very, very bright indeed, but it is 10 times better than vanilla. Vanilla had sort of like a pinkishness to it, and I didn't like that at all. I like the modded one very great, a lot, excuse me. But one critique I do have to the mod author is that I think the claws um, should be more yellow and not as bright white on the albino, like the horns are. Just one small thing, just for sort of realism factor. But I think by far my favorite thing about this mod is the Savage Deathclaw. Looks so much more menacing indeed. I love the bloody parts added to the arm and to the face. I mean, now with this mod installed, it finally truly does look like a Savage Deathclaw. All in all, fantastic textures, really great mod, and something I highly recommend. So go check it out. The next mod that I want to take a look at is the Eyewear and Mask Retexture by Castell. And what this mod does is it replaces the glass texture on pretty much anything in the game that has one to begin with. It replaces the glass on the gas mask, which with an actual glass instead of the just solid opaque texture that it had over the model in the first place. This, in my opinion, is a huge improvement. I really like that you are able to see your character's eyes and at least half of your character's face now with the gas mask on. I certainly didn't spend 6 hours in the character creator obsessing over every little detail just so I could put on a gas mask and have my face completely covered. Another thing that this mod fixes is the Patrolman Sunglasses. If you use the reflective plugin for this mod, you'll notice that the Patrolman Sunglasses look much more realistic and definitely maintain that classic quote unquote patrolman slash, policeman, aviator, reflective sunglass aesthetic, which looks pretty great. All of the eyewear and the gas masks with this mod installed look much more realistic and much more believable, being that they now have glass in them. And I think that is a huge improvement over the vanilla game. And this is definitely a mod that I'm going to be keeping in my load order. And that wraps it up for this week's episode of Fallout 4 Mods Showcase. Thank you for joining me. I do hope that you enjoyed the video. Please do me a favor and hit the like button down below if you did. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button too while you're down there, so that you'll never miss out on future episodes of this series or any other videos. As always, I will remind you that if you do download and enjoy any of the mods featured in this episode, make sure you head back to the Nexus pages and give the mod author an endorsement there as well. But with all of that promotional mumbo jumbo out of the way, I am going to get on out of here, and I will see you all in the next video.